Buenos dias. Hello. Good morning. How are you all doing? Welcome to another beautiful transmission from the Crystal Healing Temple. It is my pleasure to be here with you. As usual, we have another beautiful transmission, and today, December 29th, we have the pickup transmission. So, this is a message from the peacock that this is what it says. Yo soy mostrando mi belleza interior. I am showing my inner beauty. Yo soy mostrando mi belleza interior. I am showing my inner beauty. Yo soy mostrando mi belleza interior. I am showing my inner beauty, the peacock. And I searched for the meaning of peacock, and it means, from the spiritual perspective, it represents immortality, resurrection, spiritual teachings. And the peacock is associated with goddess Lakshmi, goddess of abundance, of beauty, of wisdom. It is also Krishna always wears a peacock feather in his head adornments. I don't know how to say this word, but he always have a peacock feather. And it also, the message from the peacock today is for us to be proud of our accomplishments, to recognize our uniqueness, love, our compassion, our balance, our inner beauty. And we have live in a society that talks about beauty, and there's so much information about beauty, and people go through even physical procedures to beautify themselves, to look in a certain way and all that. But this time we're talking about our inner beauty. The inner beauty, it doesn't matter how we look on the outside, but we're talking about that inner beauty that comes from within. And I have explained this before. When we are kind, loving people, that energy comes from within. It is an energy, and it brightens our aura, and our aura can have colors and sacred geometry. So when you see a beautiful person, and I'm talking about beautiful inside, you feel, you can see the aura of this person and you feel attracted. You cannot see it with your physical eyes, but your mind, your body is able to connect, receive this energy, be able to read the energy, and then you feel attracted to this person regardless of the exterior appearance. So we are talking about this inner beauty, and the pickup wants to do a special activation with us. Is as a very special moment. So the pickup wants us to close our eyes and to think about something that we did, an accomplishment. What is that thing that you are so proud? Bring that to your memory that very thing that you did or that you do, and you are so proud of yourself. Bring that memory into your present moment and visualize the peacock, a golden peacock, or you can have any color as you feel it, as you imagine, as you envision it. My peacock is golden, it's completely golden. And simply receive the recognition from the peacock for what you did. And see how this recognition fills your body and your aura with this inner beauty, and then see that inner beauty expand in all areas of your life. Golden energy, showing your inner beauty, recognizing your inner beauty, recognizing your accomplishment, and receiving the mirror back from the universe. As you recognize this inner beauty, this accomplishment, the universe recognizes back to you and mirror you back that recognition. I am also seeing Krishna by our side playing the flute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I invite you to open your eyes. It's 7:17 on the timer, which I love. Is my date of birth. I was born on July 17th, so it's always good to see that number. Um, yeah, so for example, I will share something that what came to my mind in this exercise. One of the things that it just came, I have other accomplishment, but that was the one who came on my mind. When I was 6 years old, the very first letter that I wrote a letter to the president of my country. So just to show you, look at my handwriting here today at my age. It's not very clear, isn't it? So imagine my handwriting at 6 years old. Perhaps it was, I don't know, I was learning to write, and perhaps it was, at school, they really teach you how to write. And anyway, I wrote a letter to the president of my country. And I asked him very politely, why don't we have electricity? So I was, at that time, I was living on a farm of grid. We didn't have any electricity, so I could not have a TV, I could not see the cartoons. And when I would visit the city, I would visit my aunts, and they have electricity, and I could see the cartoons, and I enjoyed them very much. So in my mind, at 6 years old, I was very concerned. Why didn't we have electricity? So I wrote a letter to the president of the country, and I asked him, why don't we have electricity? We are children and we want to watch the cartoons. When are we going to have electricity? And I sent the letter. I asked the address from a lady that I've heard that she wrote a letter to the president of the country, and she received an answer. That's what she said. So I asked the address, and my uncle Raphael, he sent it. And then I got the answer back. A few months later, I received an answer and some mandatory from the government. went to my place to visit me, to find out, you know, to have a conversation with me and all of that. So I also received back a letter from the president, who replied back to my letter and acknowledged that they received my letter, that they were working on that, and that I will receive, a visitor that will come to talk to me. So I remember when that happened, and I remember the reaction of my family, neighbors. It was a small village, if you will, and so everyone knew. Like, there was not a secret. You could not keep that a secret, because the person who will the how do you call that? The person who gave the mail, the person who works for the post office. It was just one person, and that person tell the whole village that I received a letter from the president. So yeah, I mean, that came to my mind. So yes, that is an accomplishment. I think it says a lot about my character, that at 6 years old I had the guts to say, hey, there's something here that needs to be fixed. I'm gonna take, I'll take the bull by the horns, and I will address this. And I'm going to do it to the president of the country. So I guess that is a very important accomplishment for me, to dare to speak my truth and to dare to ask. So sometimes we need to dare to ask. And as an adult, there were situations in my life where I felt that I didn't have the right to ask for more, because that is the conditioning. So when we are a child, we know who we are, we value ourselves, we know what we deserve. But then with the conditioning and the programs and the life experiences, we kind of forget who we truly are. And then we sometimes accept crap. So I am coming back to that child perspective, where I'm like, no, I'm not accepting any crap. And I know what I want, and I know what to do. I know how to go and get it, or at least I try. So that's very interesting how all this pickup transmission brought those memories to me, and I'm sharing them with you. So I hope that we all receive that, courage, that we get to see who we are, we get to acknowledge some of the things that we've done, whatever it might be for you. Just acknowledge that and see what else is gonna come for. So the next message we receive it from the angel of peace. I will read it this time first in English, and then I will translate in Spanish. Love is all that is. Everything that happens to us is an opportunity to recognize that love is all that is. Every teaching, every lesson is here to help us to align us with love. How do we respond? Do we pay back with the same energy, or do we search love? What do we win when we respond with love? We win peace. I am the angel of peace, and I shower you with peace today. Angel of peace. El amor es todo lo que es. Todo lo que nos sucede, es una oportunidad para reconocer que el amor es todo lo que es. Cada enseñanza, cada lección, está para ayudarnos a alinearnos con el amor. ¿Cómo respondemos a una situación o una persona que nos hace mal? ¿Pagamos con la misma energía o tratamos de buscar el amor? ¿Qué ganamos cuando respondemos con amor? Ganamos paz. Yo soy el ángel de la paz y estoy aquí para llenarlos de mi paz. Ángel de la paz. So, what a beautiful message from the angel of peace. The angel of peace. And I'm showing this image because it's just a beautiful image and very activating. And I don't have an image of the angel of peace, but I think it's very important for us to connect with this peace and be aware of the situations, people that are not loving at all, and how do we respond. And uh, I like to teach by examples to make it practical so we can really work with this. I have personally experienced very bad uh, situations where people treated me badly, poorly. And in those situations, how do we respond back? This is my very own interpretation. So, one way that I find easy to reply back with love is, for example, if someone is unfair, and that's something that is really not good or not acceptable, I try to correct the situation in whatever way I can without attacking the other person, but rather I try to act from love. And acting from love can also mean step away from a situation that can be dangerous for you. So, acting with love doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna go and treat that person with a lot of love. Because what about if that person, if you're in a situation where there is someone who's violent and you could be at risk? So in this case, you're going to apply love, you're going to protect yourself, to put yourself in a safe place, and not try to respond back with the same energy. Don't hate the person, don't reply back with that energy, because someone or a situation that is not loving, the energy of that person, of that situation, of that moment is a low vibrational energy. So the best way you can protect yourself is to raise your vibration above of the energy of the person or the situation. And you can do that lovingly. Now, if you are in a situation or a person that puts you in a situation, and then if you're going to reply back with the same violence, with the same hatred, with the same disrespect, what you're actually doing is matching the frequency, the low vibrational frequency of that person or situation, and you are just amplifying that energy that which you don't want to experience, because you don't like that. You want to have a better experience. And believe it or not, the best way to be free from that negative energy, from that, is to raise in your vibration. And one way to raise your vibration is to work through love. Now, this is easier said than done. I had a personal experience years ago. It was a very deep, hurting experience. And I've been working on the forgiveness of that experience for many, many, many years. So it's not a work of a day. is a work of years. And I am still working on that forgiveness, on that letting go, on seeing the situation from another perspective. So, all that to say that the angel of peace is here to shower us with peace, and that peace is very much welcome into my life, and I hope into your life as well. So, thank you very much for being here. I love you so much. I'm sending you a big hug. Please remember the importance of loving yourself and giving yourself a hug as much as possible you can. If you feel guided to work with me on one session, please contact me. My link to my webpage is here on the description below, crystalhealingtemple.com. It will be my pleasure to work with you. Love and blessings. See you tomorrow morning for another loving, beautiful transmission. And thank you very much for your help and support and all of our guides and angels that are here with us. Thank you. Take care. Bye.